2-1 in the MIAA standings, 7-4 overall. Their one loss, of course, coming at Calvin College. A big part of their play coming behind the strength of their senior leadership in the back row. And senior libero Allie Mitchell tops the MIAA with 200 digs in 11 matches this season for home. She also ranks second in digs per set at 5.26.
On the flip side, for Adrian, the freshman outside hitter Olivia Welch is their top threat at 3.41 kills per set. And senior right side hitter Jordan Brasson is second on the team with 2.15 kills per set.
Adrian coming off a little bit of a break, playing their first match in 6 days. On their last match, they swept Kalamazoo, came into town 25-17, 25-23, and 25-18. Behind 32 kills from Olivia Welch. Got to look out for Welch. Obviously an impact player for the Bulldogs. Welch is a freshman out of Vicksburg, Ohio. Really a high spark, 5'8" freshman coming in, making an impact right away. It'll be interesting to see how the Dutch try and stymie her obvious offensive power this afternoon.
And I think the senior leadership in the back row is going to be a big part of the Dutch defense and stopping her offensive threat from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Allie Mitchell, libero, but also you've got another senior, Jane Kessel, in the back row out of Byron Center, making an impact this year, as you would expect. Alexis Thompson, Jr., seeing some time as well in the back row. It'll be interesting to see how those girls can keep them off balance and try and set their teammates up to get some kills of their own. Obviously, Haley Muller, the transfer, making a big impact this year. Paige Baker, Sarah Falcoff, some of your other taller girls up there offensively. You're going to try and set them up, and in order to do that, you got to be able to defensively stop the big firepower.
And they got a lot of experience on that roster, obviously winning a national championship last year, so they're playoff and battle-tested and ready to go. And now they are announcing the starting lineups for the Dutch.
Yeah, we got the team coming out right now, and as Eric mentioned, coming off a national championship playing experience, but at the same time, the Dutch losing a lot of that experience in a great senior class last year, that included an All-American. But right now, just trying to find their identity. I think that's what's important in a season like this, where you see a lot of new players, and what you got to look for is just the veterans, the players that do have the experience to help guide those new players. Lauren Hayskamp, for example, has shown a lot of that magic we've come so accustomed to in her years here. I hope the senior making the most of her last year. We'll look for her to get some of those sneaky drop sets in the middle of the floor. See if they can catch Adrian sleeping. She does it to just about everybody, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that a few times this afternoon.
Nothing we like seeing more than Lauren Hayskamp flipping one over the net right on the defense.
Just about ready to get underway here. Just a few players left to be called out onto the floor, and like we mentioned, a lot of that height being lost is a part of that experience being lost in tall players for hope. But like I said, Haley Muller, a sophomore transfer from Calvin, coming in making an impact. We just got to see who can fill in to those various spots. And right now, as I mentioned, finding their identity. They're just looking to fill in all those spots, and they've done so far.
Yeah, Muller is the tallest player on the roster at 6'1".
Yeah, Coach Schmidt done a good job. We know she obviously has plenty of experience, and with a national championship on her belt now, other teams are going to respect whatever they put on the floor because they know that she's going to have them ready to play.
That's true. This is her 11th season as head coach. Her career record to this point is 357 and 110, which includes 309 and 77 with the Flying Dutch, and 158 and 22 against all MIAA opponents. That's a lot of coaching experience.
David Kwan, the head coach on the other side for the Bulldogs, and we're just about ready to get underway here. We're on the side court, the volleyball court, not on the main basketball floor this evening. A little bit more cozy environment, a little Cameron indoor feel to it here. The adults, the parents like this atmosphere. I'm sure the players do as well. Get a little more full atmosphere. And a little bit thin on the Duke crew this afternoon, but they're out as always, ready to support their team in the back row here.
I think this is just an opportunity for us to get to know each other a little better, Blaine.
Yeah, we're even tighter right now in here than we are up in the football booth on Saturdays. Shout out to the football team getting their first win last Saturday, by the way. And we'll see if the Dutch volleyball squad can follow suit here.
Continue that streak against the Adrian Bulldogs. And speaking of streaking, the Hope College women's soccer team has started off to an undefeated 9-0 mark. So shout out to them as well.
Found themselves ranked in the national polls. I can't recall exactly, maybe 23rd, something like that. So good start for the women's soccer team as well.
And now we'll hope for a good start from Lauren Hayskamp as we get this game underway.
Hayskamp serve is over by the back row. Spike down into the middle. Mitchell able to get her hands on it, but not able to set up her teammates. First point of the game goes to Adrian.
And that was a nice spike. It's tough to play defense when they put it down that well.
Now Rachel Wadden, the senior, back to serve for the Bulldogs. Olivia Welch in the back row, as well as Marissa Dion. Feldpass hard over the net, but returned nicely. Now another chance here, just gonna have to tap this one over, and that one's gonna fall in. Nice play by Van Housen, setting it over the blocking wall. First point for the Dutch, they even it up at one apiece.
Beautiful roll shot from Van Housen there. She knew she couldn't get up in time to get a spike down and just put it on the floor. Sometimes throwing a changeup gets a strikeout just the same.
That's right.
As Jane Kessel is back to serve this one.
This serve going long, that one's going to go to the Bulldogs. We've seen a lot of unforced errors so far this year, something that the Dutch need to continue to improve on. Adrian now leads 2-1.
And I think that's part of what you were talking about with finding their identity on the court and just trying to get in a rhythm and make plays that they know they can make and not try to play outside of themselves.
Jessica Walters with the serve now for the Bulldogs. Mitchell with the return over Muller. Back line, this one's in, called by the back judge. 2-2 now the score.
Beautiful back set by Hayskamp, and I think sometimes we almost overlook the fact that she makes accurate passes almost every time. So
now Mitchell back to serve for the Dutch. Serve is over to the back corner. This one's set up. Now a chance, that one down the line. But we're in the net here for the Dutch, point to the Bulldogs. Jordan Brisson there on the left side, able to force the error there as the Dutch went up for the block, but too close to the net. 3-2 lead for the Bulldogs, and now Brisson to serve.
Little shaky start for the Dutch so far, but apparently we're accustomed to seeing this so far this season.
Brisson, the lefty, serve over. Split down, no chance to return there. Paige Baker on the kill across court.
And another nice set, another nice spike.
Substitution now, Mallory Luke coming in for Muller. She will serve. 3-3 to score. Luke serve into the net court. That one never had a chance right out the hand. And now 4-3 the lead again for the Bulldogs. Substitution. And now Sydney Martinez coming out and into serve. Savannah Monette.
I think they're going to have to start serving where they just make sure it gets over the net.
Yeah, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. That serve long. And 4-4 now the tie. A couple substitutions coming in for...
Luckily for both teams, they both seem to be struggling finding their serve early in this game.
Thompson and Feldpass now into the game. Thompson to serve for the Dutch, but first another substitution. Savannah Monette, who just served out of the game. Sydney Martinez back in, the same switch we just saw. 4-4 tie here.
A lot of substitutions these first 8 points.
Back row kept alive. Opportunity now with the right hand. Sliced it into the crease. Olivia Welch there, the freshman. Easy to see why she comes up with a lot of points for the Bulldogs. Now back to Cole Mox to serve, the senior. Thompson. Hayskamp back set. Paige Baker's blocked at the net. Back up, kept alive. Now a chance for Feldpass. That one falls in. Point for the Dutch.
And that play was made by Hayskamp after the spike got blocked. She picked it up off the ground.
Yeah, great job there to recover by the Dutch. Looked like it was lost. Able to get the point back and tie up this first set. Baker served to the back. Set up here. Low set. That one knocked over by Cassidy Reed. Now Feldpass back. Found some space and able to knock it in. Great precision play there. Not always about power. Nice finesse finish. Keep that one inside the line. 6-5 lead to the Dutch.
We've seen a couple of great accurate shots so far from the Dutch.
Baker serve now. Back row kept alive. Set up. Just going to have to knock this one over from the back row is Brisson. Now a chance here. Feldpass. Back row just kept alive. They're going to have to send this one over. Wadden to the back row. Now Thompson. Hayskamp. Over from Van Housen. Straight back to the Dutch. Another opportunity here. They're going to go for Feldpass. He just tips it over. Kept alive by the Bulldogs. This one sent over quickly by Welch. Hayskamp tried setting that one, but kept alive by the Bulldogs. Sent to the back. Nice point there. Cassidy Reed with a smart play, sending it to the back row. Caught the Dutch off guard.
And that was about all she could do with that, too. Only had one hand up in the air, just had to get it over the net, and it worked out.
6-6 tie now. Welch back to serve for the Bulldogs. Lofting serve, high over the net, easy set for the Dutch. And that was good. No chance. Foul pass. A lot of power on that swing.
Yeah.
Quite a reaction from the crowd there. No chance for the Bulldogs to return that one.
She's starting out very well this game, and volleyball's an easy game when you get a bump set spike like that.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't get in the way of that kill there from Feldposh.
The Adrian defense didn't want to either.
Hayes-Camp's serve is over. Outside for Brisson. Back row. Mitchell keeps it alive. Chance against Feldposh, who tips this one to the middle. Set up into the air. Chance here again for Brisson, who tips it over. Kept alive in the middle by Feldposh. Backs it over for Muller. Tipped, and that one's going to find its way in. Point Dutch. 8-6 lead.
Got just enough on it to get over the block wall, and it was tipped just enough so the back row couldn't handle it.
Yeah, the Dutch mixing in power and finesse now. Bulldogs doing a nice job keeping things alive, and they're only down 2 right now. Hayes-Camp on the serve again to the back row. Wadden. That's a spike opportunity there off the net. It's going to be out, unfortunately. And nice setup there. Cassidy Reed had a good try, just caught the net. Not able to keep that one in. 9-6 now the lead for the Dutch.
Unfortunate circumstances there.
Hayes-Camp serve now, right along the line on the right side. Set up now. Cross court, spike down. Nice diving stop by Thompson to keep it alive. Set over by Van Housen. Cassidy Reed over the net. In the net with the Dutch, and now a point going to the Bulldogs. Great play so far by the junior Cassidy Reed on the south field.
That was a great dig by Thompson and a great recovery by Reed. Unfortunately for the Dutch, they just ended up in the net again.
Rachel Wadden serve here in the corner. Feldposh in the air and bumped into each other. Some miscommunication there. Usually verbal miscommunication, but a little bit of missed physical play there from the Dutch, giving the point to the Bulldogs. 9-8 the lead still for the Dutch.
Another unforced error there. Communication is key out there on the court, especially when things are moving that quickly.
Wadden to serve now from the corner. This one sent to the back. Mitchell. Now Hayes-Camp. Feldposh going to give it a kill. Block. Kept alive nicely by Hayes-Camp. Feldposh again to the back. This one kept alive by Welch. Set up here on the right side. Sent to the back row by Jordan. Kept alive by Thompson. Now in the middle. Van Housen tips it. Sent back over. Mitchell up for Hayes-Camp. Sneaky set to the middle. They won't be able to keep this one alive, and that's what we were talking about.
There it is.
See that so often from the senior. It's so sneaky and so hard to defend. It's just another element, another thing for the defense to think about.
And that's what we like to see, and she generally catches them off guard, just like she did right there.
Jane Kesselman to serve now for the Dutch. Serve to the back row, kept alive. Set up here. Now a chance cross court, kept alive by Hayes-Camp. Mitchell in the air. Muller to the middle, tipped up. Jordan in the air. Cross court this time, spiked down by Brisson, kept alive by the Dutch. In the air here, sent over and tipped long. Over the net, nice cross court smash there by Sydney Martinez, the junior.
And now we got some more substitutions.
Katie Rietberg also in the game for the Dutch now. She came in with Kessel before the last point.
Walters and Moss come in for the Bulldogs.
Back to serve now, Walters. Her team trailing by 1. That one close. Kessel with the dig. Sent over. That one way out. Brisson had to make a huge adjustment to keep that one alive.
And it's going to work for him.
Yeah, tough play there. Katie Rietberg tried sending it over. The freshman didn't quite have what it took to get it over the net.
That's a great recovery from the Bulldogs there.
Serve again here, tied at 10 apiece. Van Housen. Point there for the Dutch. Adrian, assistant coach, calling perhaps for a lift there. Looked like she kind of scooped it over. Clean play, 11-10 the lead here for the Dutch. Now Mitchell back for serve. That one sent over the net to the back row. Kept up by Welch. Smacked over in the corner. Dutch now with a chance here. And that one's just that long. Rietberg, the freshman, getting some opportunities. The local product out of West Ottawa here in Holland.
Still trying to find her rhythm in the game. Struggled on her first couple hits, but hopefully she'll improve.
Brisson now the serve. A good one in the middle. Kept alive by Kessel. Muller now. Knocked up into the air. Walters keeps it alive. Nice set into the middle, but a nice job by Hayes-Camp keeping it up.
She's seen it enough from her own side.
Muller with the kill. That one off. Rachel Wadden and out. And as you mentioned, Hayes-Camp seen that enough to know how to recognize it. And, kept that alive to give the Dutch the lead here, 12-11 in the first set. Mallory Luke now to serve. Drops this one into the back row. Welch, a big kill right there, but kept alive by the Dutch. Thought that one was going down. Back row, this one sent just long. Going to the Bulldogs, much to the dismay of the home crowd here of the Dutch.
Difficult call there.
Yeah, line judge right on top of it. Making the call. That ball looked just long. 12-12 now the score. Savannah Monette back to serve for the Bulldogs.
Adrian happy that one went their ways. They have a chance to take the lead now.
Ace Camp quick set over. Nice job there, keeping it alive by Reed. A bit of a volley going here. Welch going for the kill. Kept alive, back row by Kessel. Over for Baker. Back to her, and she keeps it alive again. Sent to the back row. Great play there. Open space. Point made. Dutch take the lead 13-12.
Savvy veteran move right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just great play. Great smarts. The mental aspect of the game definitely present right there.
Sees the opening in the back corner and shoots it right there.
Martinez now into the game for the Bulldogs.
Thompson back to serve for the Dutch.
Serve over. That one's out wide. Good court awareness there by Olivia Welch to let that one go wide. Game now tied at 13 apiece. Substitution Chelsea Jordan coming into the game, the senior for the Bulldogs. Back to serve now, Nicole Moss.
I tell you what, Welch might be a freshman on paper, but she's not playing like one.
Yeah, she can really strike that ball well. Barely dug out there by the Dutch. Baker over, and this one's going to be out. Point for the Bulldogs, who now take the 14-13 lead. Dutch have looked good at a few moments here in the first set. They've also had some issues. Bulldogs trying to capitalize on that right now. Motz to serve again. Nice serve by Motz, just inside the line. And that one's popped down nicely. Reed and Welch up at the net, 15-13. Now the lead for the Bulldogs. Coach Schmidt going to take a timeout, and a wise move there, I would say.
Understandably so. Struggling to get momentum on offense and defense.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really just taking advantage of a few mistakes there. Dutchman trying to dig that one out, sent just over the net, and Reed and Welch up on the net right on top of it, knocking it down. No chance for the Dutch to return. Now a 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. See what the Dutch draw up here to try and bounce back in this first set.
A lot of energy coming from the Bulldogs sideline.
Yeah, they're definitely fired up, ready to play here. And, schools like Hope and Calvin and volleyball that are perennial powerhouses, you're going to get the best from every other team that you play. And Bulldogs are bringing that right now on the road up by 2.
Especially when you're hanging a national championship banner from the previous year right next to the American flag.
Absolutely. And we mentioned this first set being such a big deal, huge for momentum, and obviously, winning that first set going to give you a huge advantage. You say all the time, tough to win 3 out of the last 4. You'd much rather just take 2. So certainly a bit of a hole here, but not a big one. Just 2 points, a close set here. Both teams really with a great opportunity to try and take a first set. We'll see who comes out of this timeout and decides to keep momentum rolling on their side here.
Adrian's got that chip on their shoulder too, considering they haven't beaten Hope in a match in 8 years.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are definitely hungry for a win here, and they're having a good start to the year. As you mentioned, only 2 losses so far. Let's see what they can do here with Motz on the serve and a 2-point lead. Motz to the back row. Luke over now. Feldpuck kill right in the middle. That's a good way to change up momentum. Big Coach Schmidt got him fired up, ready to go out of that timeout.
That's exactly what you wanted to see coming off a timeout. Great passing, great hitting.
Now Baker in to serve for the Dutch. Serve back row into the middle. Then keeps it alive. Reed over.
Wow.
Tipped, and will be a point for the Bulldogs. Nice play there.
Very nice play. It looked like she hung in there and got just enough on the ball to get it over.
Got to be impressed so far by the play of Reed, the junior. Nice presence up by the net, winning some points for the Bulldogs. Now the serve for Welch. Dugout, set up. Van Housen in the middle. She's used, and that'll be a point for the Dutch.
Nice use of the block wall right there. Just hit it right off their hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, great positioning. Came in the middle, knew what she wanted to do with it with the right hand, gave it the proper angle.
She must have gotten an A in geometry class.
Now Hayescamp back to the serve. Back row, dug out by Wathen. Looking for Reed, who tips it over nicely. She has some great hops right up there. She just gets up on top of the net, able to get the hand on top of the ball and just knock it straight to the ground.
Jeez, I've never seen anybody hit the ball the way she does.
We've seen some All-Americans at Hope, but the way that she gets up, those hops are unbelievable. She just sends it straight down to the net. Certainly impressive.
Crazy.
This
really useful,
there.
though. Looks like the call's over the top of the net for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, point going to go to the Dutch here. Awaiting on
substitution
here. Jane Kessel didn't come into the serve here. Ball boy extraordinaire. Chipka getting her the ball.
He looks great over there, doesn't he?
As he always does. This one's set up right in the middle. Big kill there, dug out by Mitchell. Up towards the net, and the Bulldogs are going to win this point. Nice play there by Brisson, who sent it back to the corner, and the Dutch couldn't quite handle it.
That's a very tough dig. Got to applaud the effort on that one. Almost kept it in play, but it was put down easily at the net.
Adrian now with a 2-point lead once again. Jordan back to serve. Kessel. Now Muller. Going to be tough for the Bulldogs to keep this one alive, and Jordan does. Welch all the way in the back line. Going to have to send this one over. Good court awareness there by the Dutch to let this one go out. Now within 1 point.
That would have been a very tough recovery, and they almost pulled it off. Unfortunately, the accuracy of the over-the-head behind-the-back shot just not what they needed.
It's a tough one when you're in that back line substitution here. Chelsea Jordan coming out of the game. Jacqueline Mullen's going to take her place in the back row. Now Mitchell back to serve. Her team down 1. Chance to tie up the first set here. Mitchell to the back row. Welch misplayed it. Kept alive, though, by the Bulldogs. This one's going to be sent over by Martinez. To the back row. Mitchell, Hayskamp back set. Saw that one coming to Muller. We're going to see a point here for the Dutch. We've seen the Bulldogs struggling a little bit so far today in the net, giving the Dutch a few points, and now they got it tied up at 18 apiece. Mitchell to serve again. The right hand in the middle, dug out by Wadden. That one's over the net. Muller showing off some strength. The crowd getting riled up on that one. 19-18, the lead here for the first time.
They're definitely in it after that play, and Adrian realizes that and is going to have to take a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Kwan doesn't want that momentum to build out. A huge kill there. That's the one you dream about right there. Muller just eyes lit up, and she knocked that one down the line. You're not going to see her miss that one too often.
That was a bomb. Lucky enough for the Dutch there, it was a tough play on that dig, and it just went over the net. Haley Muller sent it back real quick.
So now with a 1-point lead, let's see how the Dutch come out of this timeout in comparison to the way that they came out of the last timeout, down by a few points. See what Coach Kwan drew up for the Bulldogs, down 1. You know, like we mentioned, you know, a visiting team coming into play a school like Hope, you see a lead and you get some momentum built in the first set. Coach Kwan and his Bulldogs hate to see this one slip away. They'd love to take this first set, and we'll see what they drew up here in defense and try and side out and take the lead back from the Dutch.
Most definitely, most definitely. They want to get these next 7 points as quickly as they possibly can.
Dutch back out onto the floor. Mitchell to serve again. Mitchell serve over the net. Welch up in the air. Now a chance here. Brisson just tips it over in the middle. A nice play. Found a hole in the zone. Some miscommunication. Looked like a little bit of you got it there from the Dutch. But a nice play regardless for Brisson, and now she'll get a chance to serve.
I believe they call that husband and wifing. I thought you had it.
Yep.
No, you did.
19 apiece now. Brisson, the lefty, serve. Thompson in the back row. Close to the net here. Hayskamp. No chance. Likes is right. You know, just a great angle there when it's so close to the net. You see Hayskamp pushing it back a little bit. It's like a batter getting to hit one off the front toss instead of off of the tee, getting a good angle.
She's just literally so good at setting. You can't even state how good she is.
Serve over there for Luke. Set up, chance here for Welch, over the net and down. That one tipped off, tough. A chance there for the Dutch on a little deflection from the top of the net.
Yeah, definitely too much deflection to have a chance to dig that one out, especially up a power hitter like Welch.
So now with the 2020 set, Reed back into the game. We'll see what kind of impact she makes. She's already made quite an impact on this first set.
First 1 to 5 wins.
Mitchell in the middle, now Hayskamp. Chance for Baker on the right side, goes cross court. That one dug out nicely in the back row. Reed in the air, now Welch. Tipped up, nice job by Kessler to keep it alive. This one's going over the net, down. Reed, as we mentioned, she's definitely got that vertical ability.
Yeah.
Anything up by the net, she's going to win most of those.
He saw that ball floating towards the net and knew she was going to get up for it. And that's exactly what happened.
So Martinez back to serve again, her team with a 1-point lead. That one into the net, got on top of it, nice top spin, just couldn't quite make anything happen.
And that's a tough break right there. You're up 1 with a little bit of momentum after a nice play from Reed, and then you put it right square into the net.
Let's see if the Dutch can capitalize on the mistake. Thompson serve over the net into the middle. That one dug out by Mullen. Set over Reed, nicely dug out.
Set.
Now Feldtoss used and a point to the Dutch. They'll take the lead again here, 22-21. Nice play there by Mitchell. Reed's been tough to defend and did a good job to get his team the point there. Now up 1.
Very nice play.
Thompson serve again, back row. Welch keeps it alive.
Miss hit.
Just Brissinger had to send this one over. She sends it long, and she knew it right there. Definitely didn't set that one up properly for her teammates. And we're going to see a quick substitution here. Mott's going to come into the game for Dion.
Yeah, just a couple of mishits on the play there for the Bulldogs. And now Hope's got a commanding 3-1 lead in this race to 5.
Thompson just over the net, dug up by Welch. Now Reed a chance straight down. This one kept alive by Luke, but no chance. She's kind of knocked that one with the closed fist into the net. Now just a 1-point lead for the Dutch.
Seems like she's a little frustrated with herself, but not too much she could do with that one.
Luke playing the middle of the floor in the back row. Motts with the serve now. It will find Luke. Over for Baker. Oh. No chance there. Heads up. Motts off the serve, coming back in, getting a little heads up.
Hey, I'll give her credit for standing in there and taking that one.
Yeah, I would have just gotten out of the way of that one. Now set point here. 24-22 the lead for the Dutch. Baker's serve over the net. Back row. Tough play there. They're going to try and find Reed in the middle. No, back over for Welch. Kept alive nicely in the back row by Baker. Feldposh with a chance. She's blocked. Kept alive by Thompson. Now Hayes-Kemp. Feldposh again. Redemption.
And there it is.
Take the third set. Feldposh is blocked. Wouldn't be denied a second time. And the Dutch with a quality set to bounce back and take the win. Great fought set by both teams. Both lead changes 3 or 4 times there in the first set. Dutch able to come out on top.
Yeah, lucky enough for them. They did hold on for the W in that first set. Like we said, Feldposh is a volume shooter, and she showed it right there. Doesn't get it on the first try, but she's going to stay with it.
Maybe a more competitive set than some fans expected to see today, but like we said, Adrian got a quality team, some good players that are offering a lot of talent, and they're kept it close. And hey, at some points it looked like they were going to go run away with that one. The way they were building momentum, had a lead a couple times. Dutch, you got to be proud if you're a Hope fan there, the way they were able to bounce back, take that first set.
Yeah, it's true. Adrian had command of that for a little while, and if not for unforced errors on their part, they might have come out with that set themselves.
So now it'll be important to see how Adrian can bounce back here in a 1-set hold. It's going to be tough to bounce back. They're going to have to win 3 out of the last 4 if they hope to come back against the defending national champions. Few tasks more daunting than that in the volleyball world.
That is indeed a tall order for any team, anywhere. Especially on the road.
We got a few minutes here before we start up this next set. Pretty decent crowd here on the volleyball court.
Hope returns to action on Friday, September 25 with a MIAA tilt at St. Mary's. That start time is at 7 p.m. Unfortunately, I doubt that we will be down there at St. Mary's.
Won't quite be able to make the trip down there, but good luck to the defending national champions. They make their way down there. That was the first game I called, was against the Bells of St. Mary's. First volleyball game I called here at Hope in my lackluster broadcasting career so far here at Hope.
It's only lackluster because you're stuck with me every time.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that out loud, but only one more year to get ready to finally.
Lucky for you.
1 minute here before we start up the next set. Both teams strategizing, trying to make adjustments because although Hope came up with the first set win, certainly not a perfectly played set. A lot of errors, and thanks to some errors from the Bulldogs, they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, Hope's gotten off to a relatively slow start compared to what we're used to seeing out of them. They're only 7-4 right now, and they came off a split of 4 matches last weekend at the Wittenberg Fall Classic, and we're used to them doing pretty well there. They defeated, I don't even know how you say that, Otterbein. It's Ohio.
Yeah.
And DePaul, but then they ended up losing to Wittenberg, who is ranked number 7 in Ohio Northern in 4 sets.
So yeah, a tough road for the defending national champs to try and hang up another banner. Like we mentioned, losing a lot of players, but they're certainly starting to fit in a little bit, find their identity.
Yeah, and I think team chemistry is a big part of that, and they're still working on that. It's early in the season. Got to transfer in a couple, I don't want to say replacement players, but like role players filling spots that were held by very highly touted individuals last season.
You might say All-Americans.
Yeah.
You know, coach like Coach Smith, obviously a lot of experience and a lot of success here at the D3 level. Certainly getting her team ready to play here.
Hey, if anybody can do it, it's Schmitty.
Looking at that first set, pretty solid attack percentage for the Dutch at 34, almost 35%, and not too far behind Adrian at 31%. Both just had the advantage there on the kills. A few errors there, providing the extra points they needed to come up with the first set win. Adrian will start this set with the serve. Olivia Welch back there. She hasn't quite reached her full potential yet this match. We'll see if she breaks out here in the next few sets.
Yeah, they're pretty even on digs too. 18-16 for Hope.
Blocked at the net.
Another great play by Reed right there.
Yeah, Reed just making all the difference so far for the Bulldogs. That's a really quality player.
She's showing so far that she can do it all.
Serve over again from Welch. Muller, Ace-Camp, Feldpost down the line. Point for the Dutch, and that's just a quality kill right there down the line. Not much of a chance.
Great power, great accuracy. What more can you say?
Now Lauren Hayes-Camp back on the serve, 1-1. Score here in the second set.
Nice
serve there by Welch. Bulldogs struggling to get out of it. They're not going to be able to get it over the net.
That was just a great serve right there.
Yeah, Hayes-Camp now on it again. Let's see if she can drop this one into the middle. Nice serve. This one dug out this time. Reed blocked at the net. Kept alive, though, by the Bulldogs. Another chance here. Brisson blocked, but this one's going to fall on the side of the Dutch. Point for the Bulldogs. A great fight up at the net there. Coach Schmidt recognizing that and giving the team a bit of confidence. 2-2 now the score in the second
Just
set.
unlucky there for the Dutch. And sometimes the coach has got to say, hey, you know, you made a great play and it just fell on the wrong side of the net, which is what happened on that one.
Wadden now on the serve. This one's over. Feldpost. Muller now having to make up for some lost space there. Welch in the back row. This one's set up, looking for Brisson, the lefty. This one's tipped up, and no chance for the Dutch there. Bulldogs take the early 3-2 lead.
We've seen some good plays from both teams in this second set so far.
Yeah, definitely competitive, as we would expect after seeing that first set. Wadden serve now to the back row. Thompson, tough dig. Mitchell going to have to pick her up, and Housen just going to send this one over and let Adrian have a try. Set up by Dion. Tapped over, kept alive barely by Mitchell. Great play there by the Dutch to keep it alive.
Beautiful.
To the back row, Hayes-Camp sets. Mitchell, Muller now to the middle. Welch in the back row digs it out. Dion now. Back row and a nice kill there from Martinez. Dion and Martinez working well together up in that front row. 4-2 now the lead for the Bulldogs.
That spike was a little too hot to handle for the back row there, and understandably so.
Now Wadden on the serve once again.
She ripped off a few points with her serving.
I believe we got a streak now. Hayes-Camp sets up for Muller in the middle, and she just misplayed that one, knocked into the net. Looked like she had a great scoring chance there. So we'll see if the Bulldogs continue to roll with the momentum, take advantage of a misplay there. 5-2 now the lead.
I see what you were trying to do there by mentioning that she had a streak to try to kill it. I don't know if it works in reverse like that.
Wadden now, and a nice play. Great court awareness there by Feldpost to let that one go out. Point for the Dutch. 5-3 now the lead. Feldpost will sub out of the game. Kessel coming in to serve, and Thompson coming out as well. Katie Riedberg, the freshman, taking her place. Kessel, nice serve in the back row. Welch digs it out. Dion, Brisson, kept alive. Nice play there.
She got up on that one.
Riedberg now to the back row, and not able to keep alive on the Bulldogs, and that'll be a point.
Sometimes as a defense, you end up hurting yourself when you get a block on a spike like that because it gets deflected and your back row doesn't have a chance to field it cleanly, and I think that's what happened on that one.
Now Kessel on the serve. To the back row, Welch. Dion, and that one's going to trickle along the net. Dutch won't be able to keep it alive. Tough play once again. Bulldogs firing on all cylinders right now. 6-4 the lead.
Another unlucky roll right there. Just fell on the wrong side of the net. Must be something about this side of the court.
Joe Brown going to come out of the game here. Jessica Walters coming in to serve. Mott's up front, as well as Martinez. Hayes-Camp. Muller, no chance. Well, just one step to the left, but really no reason to do even that.
I would have stayed one step to the left too. That's power right there.
We got to get the radar gun on that kill right there from Muller. She's definitely got some heat behind that.
Yoicks.
Mitchell now to the middle. Wadden, chance here. Lefty Brisson able to get it over, kept alive by the Dutch. Riedberg tipped up back row. Welch. Motz over again for Brisson, the lefty down the line. Hayskamp with a nice play to keep it alive all the way across, and this one's going to have to be set over by Muller. Now a chance to reset for the Bulldogs. Brisson again, tips it to the middle. Nice job by Rietberg reading that. Baker down, kept alive by Welch, but they won't be able to keep it in play. Brisson hustling right here near the immediate row.
Blaine almost got a hug.
Point there for the Dutch, 6-6 now, tie score. Mitchell back to serve.
And that was probably the best rally of the match so far.
Yeah, great play there by both sides. Dead silent there. Everybody hearing me talk as Mitchell serve makes it over the net. Brisson, the lefty center, the back row. Kept alive. Now Muller just going to tip it. Great play there.
Beautiful tip.
Great recognition as the wall was being set up there by Brisson and Martinez, and she just decided to knock that one right over the top. Great effort there by Wathen trying to sneak and keep it alive, but no chance.
That was a very solidly built wall. And everyone likes hearing you talk when it's dead silent.
Now Mitchell serve. Right side, Welch misplays, and Brisson making a great effort, but not able to keep it alive. And that's the first ace of the match for the Dutch. Much to the excitement of Chad Carlson, the ace man, throwing up a sticker there on the wall. And the timeout for Coach Kwan and the Bulldogs. Now an 8-6 lead for the Dutch. Great bounce back there by the Dutch. 5-2, they were down to start this set and went on a bit of a run there, 6-1, and now they find themselves ahead by 2 in this first set.
That's what's nice about having serving specialist Jane Kessel back there for you. She can rip off a bunch of serves in a row, and I think that's what she's doing right now. Also a couple misplays by the Bulldog defense in the back row there. That keeps happening, you might end up with somebody in your lap. They've been pretty close the last couple times.
Yeah, that just goes to show what kind of effort that both teams have been showing, getting into this one, and both teams just certainly showing that they have that competitive spirit. We saw Reed make an impact for the Bulldogs first set. She can silence a little bit here. Let's see if they try and set her up and she can bounce back and help her team take this second set down by 2.
She was a dominant force in the first set. She's not even out on the floor after this timeout. I'm going to have to chalk that up to a substitution thing about volleyball that we probably don't understand.
Yeah, we'll just leave that one to the experts. Well, Wathen and Walters in the back row looking to receive this serve here for Mitchell. Mitchell's serve now into the right side again, just like last time. This time Welch able to handle it. She's going to have to send this one over from the back row. Hayskamp now. Muller, nice block there in the front row by Brisson. Once again, nice set by Hayskamp, but kept alive. Sent over again, now a chance for the Dutch. Hayskamp for Muller again, this time going long, you can tell, right off of her hand. Wasn't gonna go. Coach Schmidt looking for the tip, not gonna receive it.
Down there.
Point gonna stay.
I don't know, I saw a touch, and maybe our hearing was muffled by the headphones that we're wearing.
Yeah, it looked like off the angle of her hand, that wasn't gonna go in. I hate to say that in front of Coach Schmidt, but I think that's the right call.
I saw it as well. It looked like it was going to be long off of that hit.
Rietberg's block kept alive nicely by Kessel. Sent over by Muller to the middle. Wilding up in the air, now a chance here. Cross court, nice dig there. Welch went for the kill. Mitchell able to keep it alive. That's going to be sent over and wide. Point for the Bulldogs.
That's 2 tough plays for the Dutch right there.
So now Brisson back on the serve. Now we're tied up at 8. Left-handed serve.
Nice serve.
Quality kept alive by the Dutch. Baker tips it over. Low set here, and it's just going to have to be punched over by Gobran. And this one blocked, but out. Muller with another kill, 9-8 lead for the Dutch.
Yeah, she's not missing that one. The last one got blocked, and she hit the other one long. So
Luke into serve now. Mitchell getting a quick word from Coach Schmidt. Serve is over. Hayskamp now.
Still looks like there's a little miscommunication out there.
Sent long, but Kessel there to receive. Backside here for Baker. Gonna have to just tip this one to keep it inside the foul pole.
It was indeed a fair ball.
Left hand. This one almost all the way over. Hayskamp keeps alive. Rietberg, nice job to set it to the back. Bulldogs will reset. Dion there with a nice play. Kept it in the back corner. A few of the Dutch players called out there. Luke let that one go. A nice play there and a point. And now we'll see Reed come on for the Bulldogs with a 9-9 tie here in the second set.
And that's not good news for the Dutch now that she's back in the ballgame.
Savannah Monette now with the serve. Kessel.
Oh!
What a play Looked like a little one-handed dunk from Shaquille O'Neal there. She turned it through that one over the net.
Yeah,
in with
the lefty slam.
That was really nice.
She didn't even bother to quick set that one. She went right down with it herself.
Talk about the finesse, but she had to show off a little bit of the power there.
That's right.
Get to do that so often.
Unbelievable velocity on that one.
So now the lead, 10-9 here in the second set for the Dutch. Thompson back to serve.
She's doing the best she can with marginal passing.
Welch, she's been kept off the board quite a bit so far in this match. This one over by Feldposh, kept alive in the middle. Now Welch with another chance, right hand. This one tipped. Nice effort there by Thompson to keep it alive, but no chance there. And just as I say, Welch has been kept off the board.
She's going to end up on the board now.
Jinxed it. Nice play there by Welch. The left side with a big right-handed strike. Margot Jobran now into the game. Serve over there, and that one's long. First serve try for Motz. Just like that, the Dutch take the lead again at 11-10, and Motz coming out of the game. Her playing time right there, short-lived. Marissa Dion going to take her place. Now Paige Baker in to serve. Baker's serve finds its way over the net. Brisson up into the air. Now Brisson going to have to send it back over from behind 10-foot line. Nice play there, tipped up into the air. And Hausen went to kill, and nobody there in the middle of the floor to keep it alive for the Bulldogs.
Nice cross-court spike right there, and there's another instance of the wall hindering the defense a little bit. I know they took a lot of velocity off that, but left it so short that nobody could get there, and there's some miscommunication.
Yeah, right there. Reed up in front as well as Dion, and neither of them looked to make the play.
It's a nice break for the Dutch.
Now the three-point lead. Baker served to the back row. Wadden in the air, sends it over the net. And this play there from Van Hausen, and she knew it right away. You know, that's one of the nice things you love about volleyball culture. It's such a supportive team. Even when they're making mistakes, you see them bouncing back and they have each other's backs.
That's right. You don't see that a lot in other sports, like, I don't know, football.
Welch's serve over. Chance for Feldposh. Got the air on that one.
Nice.
And a point. She seemed like she hung up in the air. A little Air Jordan free throw line dunk at
Yeah.
She seemed like she almost mistimed the jump and adjusted herself mid-air. Got on top of that ball. What a kill.
She was up there for like 2 seconds.
Not physically possible, but we'll say we'll call it 2 seconds. Ace-Camp serve goes just wide. Point for the Bulldogs. 14-12. The lead still for the Dutch.
Hope College making the physically impossible possible.
I hate to kill your hyperbole there, but now Wadden on the serve.
Nah, you really don't hate it. You love killing my hyperboles.
Back row now, Mitchell up for Hayes-Camp. Middle, big kill there. Feldposh, she was shooting up. She had that look in her eye.
Yeah.
The look that has me getting out of the way if I'm the one.
That's right. That's right.
Well preserved rest for Feldposh. Thompson coming off as well.
You know, a fireball's coming at you with that look.
Riedberger into the game. Kessel now, too, back to serve. 15-12 the lead. Her serve to the back row. Welch up in the air. Dion now. Nice kill there by Brisson. In the back row, into the middle. Just nobody reacting quite in time. And
it's hard to react in time for that.
A solid strike, exactly. You can't blame them.
They're just trading kill for kill right now. It's almost like warfare out there.
Jobran back to serve now. Cole Motz into the game as well. Jobran serve. Over Mitchell in the middle up for Hayes-Camp. Nice low set there and a good try for Van Hausen. Great job by the Bulldogs keeping it alive. Now Riedberger try, right hand kept alive by Wadden. Motz into the air. And that one's not going to be over.
That's a foul ball.
Sneak its way inside upon further review. Point to the Dutch, 16-15 now.
Just outside of the stake.
Candy cane, as I like to call it. I always wonder how interesting the game could be made if it was like baseball. That's a fair ball. You get played off the pole.
You don't see it hit too often, though. It generally goes on one side or the other. Maybe they could make it a little thicker.
Perhaps.
Nice kill by the Bulldogs on that one.
Yeah, Martinez made a nice play with the right hand, sent it cross court, cutting the lead to 2 for the Dutch, 16-14. Now Brisson back on the serve, sends it to the middle. Good dig. Fuller in the net for the Bulldogs, and definitely the right call there by the official. Point for the Dutch, 17-14 the lead.
I'd jump in the net too if I had to try to figure out how to block that spike.
It's the only thing keeping your face protected. And Coach Schmidt's calls almost being heard by the entire gym there as it was silenced during the serve. No worry there as Baker's tip just short, and that's going to be 4 hits and point for the Bulldogs. 17-15, the lead for the Dutch.
Hey, that's just when you know you're a good team, right? You can tell the other team exactly what your play call is and run it anyways.
Well, that's the fault of the home crowd, isn't it? They just got to keep things live here. How's Coach Schmidt supposed to get her calls in verbally, you know?
Yeah, I think they're a little late for the early bird special.
Serve over there by Monette. Baker now, back corner.
It was in.
Great kill.
I thought it might have been touched anyways, but
yeah, tough to see from all the way on this side. Great precision there. Great location, 18-15 lead here for the Dutch.
Even better when you can just make the call easy.
Thompson now on the serve. Serve just long, great court awareness there by the Bulldogs. 18-16 still the lead for the Dutch. Now back to serve is Motts. Missed her last serve, had to come out. Let's see if she can make an adjustment here. This one drops in nicely, Thompson. Dig, Baker into the middle. Nice try there. Brisson able to keep it alive. Wathen not able to react in time. Can't blame her there.
Tough off the deflection like that, especially with a nice hit like that.
And 19-16 the lead, and Baker now a chance to serve. Baker's serve is in. I'm not sure what Wathen was doing there. That one looked like he was going in all the way. So the third ace of this set. Third of the match for the Dutch, and a timeout for Coach Kwan. And we're going to have to see if they can make any adjustments here, because the Dutch have all the momentum and a 4-point lead here.
And they only got a minute to figure it out before this second set is back underway. And it is being salted away right now from the Bulldogs.
And, you know, I'm seeing a bit of a gathering, Eric. I don't know if you've noticed this either.
I have.
The FEW crew is over here. Small contingent of students who were able to make it out to the volleyball game. Being called over by some of the parents. Try and rile up this crowd. Let's see if they lead them in a little organized cheer here. Not sure why Ty Van Weeren is hiding back there. He's a member of the two-crew board. Ace-man Chad Carlson trying to call him in.
I have been told he is an executive member, and he is standing on the sideline for this one. We're wondering if Hope's basketball players are able to spell whatever word they're coming up with right now.
Great ball players, great in the classroom too, though, so you got to expect to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's D3 Athletics at its finest right there.
We can only hope.
Leading the fans in a little bit of a cheer here. Trying to get the Dutch going, much to the embarrassment of whoever's dad that is.
Yes.
Leading this cheer. And now Baker back to serve.
And that's another difficulty about this court setup, is about 3 rows of people were in front of them, not being able to join in the cheer.
Can't beat those courtside seats, though.
Very true. Unimpeded action.
Yeah, those are usually reserved for celebrities and other athletes.
I think I saw Jack Nicholson. Wow, just kidding.
You know, one of the others.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
He was the one that was here. I saw Jack Nicholson at a Laker game.
Hey, meanwhile, we're in the middle of a game here, 21-17 after the point for the Dutch. Hayskamp to serve again.
Beautiful back set over the net by Hayskamp on that one. The accuracy from overhead is just unreal.
Reed up into the air. That one tipped up, and a chance to reset here. Looks like they're going to go wide for Muller. Sent down. That one going wide.
And that's tough right there. And that's the first time we've called Reed's name this set in any real capacity besides coming into the game.
Right, like I mentioned, it seemed like she made such a huge impact. You wonder why she's being limited so much playing time.
Maybe that's why we're not volleyball coaches.
Absolutely. Now foul box to the middle. Nice block try and kept alive there. Great play. Hayskamp now. Feldposh tips this one to the middle. Brisson. Dion. Now this one's sent over. Muller with a chance. She's going to tip this one to the back. Welch keeps it alive. Dion again. Back to Brisson. Nice kill cross court. She's been money for the Bulldogs, but she's had her opportunities filling in for Reed, coming up with some big points.
Yeah, she's been carrying the team today. We mentioned Olivia Welch a lot, but Brisson has been playing very well.
Yeah, that left outside hitter, the lefty, getting a chance to send it cross court where she's comfortable. Serve now for Wathen. Thompson into the air. Hayskamp going across. That one just a little too far. Great job by Feldposh to keep it in play. Back row now. Welch going to have to tip it over. Almost fell in, but Mitchell kept it alive. Muller now with a kill chance. That one had a very loud sound on it.
I heard something.
I think she might have popped the ball, but they'll play on. That one sent wide by Linhausen. Point going to go to the Bulldogs.
And don't look now. It's 21-20.
Yeah, Bulldogs fighting back into this one, but it looked like the Dutch had this one in hand. And that's volleyball for you. A lot of streaky play. You never know what's going to happen off a timeout. Great job by Coach Kwan to get the squad back and ready to play.
He must have said something very inspirational in that huddle.
Belfast to the back row.
That's inspirational to me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you wish you could do. My intramural experience tells me that I absolutely cannot. Kessel now back to serve, 2-point lead.
I might be able to do that if the net was like 6 foot or something.
Yeah.
But even then.
Kessel serves. She's had some quality serves so far. Tipped over by Brisson.
That looked like a catch and throw.
Yeah, almost. Nice block there in the front. Brisson was in front as well as Dion. Excuse me, that was Martinez. Back row.
Just out.
In by the official. At first looked like she was raising the flag, but then decided to call it in. Coach Kwan and his staff not too happy there.
Bad break.
Like the ump calling a quick safe then out. Nobody likes to see it, but all that matters is that they get the call right. Kessel now serving to the back row again. Welch. Dion. Now Brisson to the back row. Chance here for Rietberg. And wow, that one had some heat on it. Just down the line. Point going to the Dutch. Holy smokes.
That one must have hit right on the corner.
Yeah, we hadn't seen the freshman getting a lot of playing time yet, and easy to see why she's starting to trickle in.
Yeah.
Set point here. Kessel
Keep up hits like that.
Brisson now long and wide.
Just like we said about streaky play, it was 21-20, and that's ripped off 4 straight points to win set 2.
Back with 2-0 lead. Coach Kwan and the Bulldogs going to have to make some adjustments here and see what they can do to try and bounce back. We talked about it being a daunting task, having to win 3 out of 4 against the defending national champions. How about having to win 3 out of 3?
That's even tougher, I've been told, if my math skills are any good. But Coach Kwan clearly upset and probably has a bad taste in his mouth at the end of the last set. 2 bad breaks going against him.
Yeah, a few of the Bulldogs looking a bit deflated. Hope they'll be ready to bounce back here, see what Coach Kwan can do to inspire him here. They fought really well.
Very hard.
In both sets so far. And we saw this when we called the game against Alma earlier in the year. You know, the Dutch swept them, but all those games close, coming up with 20 points. So you see a lot of talent, maybe some more adversity coming their way in MIAA play. The Dutch learning how to play in close sets and coming up with wins. It's important for a team, like we said, trying to find their identity to be able to come up with wins in those situations.
Yeah, that's very true, and obviously Adrian's not going anywhere. They started out 6-2 so far this season, and 2 very, very hard-fought sets. When you score 42 points in 2 sets, you kind of hope you won one of them, but unfortunately for them, they're in a very deep hole now.
So we'll see what they can do to bounce back, and we've got a few minutes here, break, to talk things over.
The attack percentages for both teams have dropped a little bit. Adrian's down to 25.5, while Hope's at 26.5. Hope does have 14 more kills total, and 6 more digs as well, 41-36 in that category.
Yeah, certainly saw that attack percentage drop. Certainly some errors popping in. The Dutch taking advantage of it just more than the Bulldogs could. Taking advantage of their momentum as you need to do if you want to win close sets.
Fortunately for the Dutch, I think there was more errors on the side of the Bulldogs, and they were able to capitalize more, like you said. We're looking to put Adrian away this 3rd set. If they play it right, they're 25 points away from victory.
Looks like the Dutch are just about ready to break the huddle and come on out and get ready to play here.
Per usual, Sarah Feldposch and Haley Muller are leading the attack for the Dutch with 10 kills and 9 kills respectively. And Lauren Hayskamp with an unbelievable 29 assists thanks to her incredible setting.
Yeah, we'll see that kind of play from her often.
The libero, Allie Mitchell, leading in digs for the Dutch with 12, while Olivia Welch has 11 digs for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs out on the court, ready to take on this daunting task that lies before them. 2-0 deficit in sets. Going to have to make a huge rally here, win 3 straight. We'll see what kind of fight they have in them. You know, in a sport like volleyball, which I never played, it's such an interesting dynamic where most sports just one total score throughout the game.
Yeah.
So interesting when you've already been counted out of 2 out of 3 that you need to win.
It's true.
We'll see how that affects them and see how they can bounce back here.
That's always interesting. I always pictured you as a tennis player. And interestingly enough, Cassidy Reed is again not on the floor, and She has 6 kills and 11 attempts for a 450 kill percentage, so that's a little interesting to see. I think both of us are still a little confused about that.
So just awaiting a couple of last-minute fixes here from the officials, talking about substitutions, getting things set. Thank you, Keith.
Thanks for the love, Keith.
Just like the Duke crew, everybody needs to be ready to go here in DeVos. Mountain Dew, the official fuel of all Crazy Hope College students and fans.
The elixir of the heavens.
Feel free. Now I'm charged up, ready to go. Expect a better call here in this third set. As I just consume more sugar in one gulp than any person should have in an entire day.
And there's nothing better.
Ace Camp going to start things off here in the set per usual for the Dutch on serve.
It already sounds better.
And first serve into the net. All smiles though for Hayes Camp.
You can smile a little bit after that when you're up 2-0.
When you're as good as Hayes Camp.
Also true.
It's her world. We're out here on the volleyball court. We're all just living it. Wathen now, the serve from the corner, tiptoeing the line. Veldbosch, got a lot of heat on that one, but didn't quite get on top of it. I was scared for somebody's life as she was coming down on that one. Sends it long, 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs.
Luckily enough, she hit it right at Chad, so it was about 6 feet off the ground, but it went right over his head.
So the Dutch still not able to hit the ball on the other side of the net in play in this set. We'll see if they can make the adjustment here. You're going to want to do that if you want to win a set. There you go.
There's one, but still a little bit of a struggle.
Brisson now, nice play there. She's fired up. 3-0 lead here for the Bulldogs.
And that's her 9th kill of the match.
Yeah, she's really stepped up, made a huge impact for the Bulldogs so far. Don't know where they'd be without her, the senior from Waterford. Making big play after big play. Now Wathen back to serve again.
Especially with Olivia Welts as quiet as she's been. Making some great digs out there, but quiet on the offensive end. And great kill right there.
Evenhausen right to the back line. Great placement. Not much you can do there for Adrian.
Yeah, when you put it right on the back line, all you can do is watch.
Really? Oh, hey, our ball. We get the serve again. And bit of miscommunication here.
And now I'm very confused.
So
apparently there was a net violation against the Dutch.
Yeah, didn't see that communicated initially, and
I didn't see that communicated at all.
And all of a sudden, the Adrian coaches didn't know either, and they suddenly said, "Wait a minute, our serve? Sure, we'll take it."
Yeah, I don't see why they would argue.
Coach Schmidt having a quick word with the official, but now we're ready to play 4-0. Bulldogs out to a big lead. See if they can keep the streak going here. Wathen on the serve again. Thompson with the dig. Hayescamp, cross court. Veldbosch in the middle. Great placement point for the Dutch.
And I don't know if you can make up for a lost point, but that's a good way of coming back from it.
Now Jane Kessel getting her opportunity to do what she does best, in for the serve. That one just finding its way.
Skimming the top of the net.
Tipped over, kept alive nicely. Jordan almost came up with a point, but Mitchell Dill kept it alive. Cross court for Muller. Bulldogs here. Nice kill there by Brisson. Thought maybe for a sec the Dutch would keep it alive. Almost had to bite my tongue on that one, but nice play there for Brisson again, keeping them in the game. 5-1 the lead now for the Bulldogs.
Now she's up to double digits as well for kills.
Jessica Walters now on the serve, floats one over to the back row. Mitchell, Hayes-Cam. Rietberg in the middle, great kill. She's shown some power now that she's gotten to settle in. First few opportunities she had, she didn't take advantage of it now.
She was struggling early, but it's nice to see her settled in and into a rhythm and putting a couple in a row down.
Now the serve from Mitchell. Nice serve to the back row. Welch keeps it alive. Chance here for Martinez.
Stonewall.
Block here, Rietberg. As well as Baker up in front, no chance there.
That was solid concrete on that block.
Mitchell now serving once again. I feel like I need to talk like a golf commentator when someone's serving. Brisson back row, no chance there. Another point off the left hand of Brisson, and she'll go back to serve.
And now we're back to 16.
6-3 the lead here. Bulldogs have the Dutch doubled up early. Double Dutch. Brisson, back row. Nice dig there by Kessel to keep it alive. Muller.
And that's going to work. There's a little bit more noise on that serve, and I think that fueled Haley Muller to put another power charge into that.
Yeah, just a great job at Brisson just to get in front of that one and keep it alive. That's impressive enough for me, even though she wasn't able to keep it in play.
Hey, she even hit it over the net and everything. Just not in between the lines, unfortunately for her.
Welch now with a chance, didn't hit it too hard. Baker, long.
You could almost tell that was going to be long by the angle that she had to hit it at.
Yeah, tough play there. 7-4 now the lead for Adrian. Martinez coming out. Savannah Monette coming into the game. She will serve. As the okay from the official. Waiting on a call from her coach. Won't come, so she'll serve anyways.
I think it said hit the ball over the net on that one.
Friedberg, nice play to drop it in. Great play by Brisson to keep it alive. Now Welch with a chance to get a kill. Nice dig in the back row by Kessel. Baker, nice play. Found his seam. Savannah Monette, not quite able to keep that one alive.
That was a seeing eye single right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Took a little bit of power off after the last one. She sailed out long and just put it in between everybody.
Doing what we do best, just making metaphors for other sports that we understand much better than
That's
volleyball.
right.
Otts sets up now. Welch in the middle. Nice tip. That one on the line and in, no doubt about that. Great play there. Quality finesse.
Very accurate.
Good to see Welch get in there and make an impact. She's been certainly not quite what we've expected to see from her coming off that last performance she had, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now coming in to serve, Jessica Walters. Excuse me, coming into the game, but not to serve. She just came out.
That was Montz on the serve.
Montz taking her place.
And now she is going to be out after serving that one long.
Second time we've seen that so far from her. Tough break, she'll come out. Dutch closing the lead here. Adrian still on top, 8-6.
Low set.
That one on the line, that'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Anissa Bell into the game for the first time, making an impact there with the kill, and just found a way to keep that one inside the line. 9-6 the lead for Adrian.
She was a little nervous about that one and said so after the ball landed.
Welch lobs that serve, almost got an ace.
Oh!
Great play by Hayskamp at the net to keep it alive.
Showing she does everything.
Bell gonna have to just keep it alive, send it back over. Renhausen, you can tell right off the hand that one wasn't gonna stay in.
We may not know much about volleyball, but we do know that when they hit it like that, it's going to end up long.
10-6 now the lead. Bulldogs maintaining a lead throughout this set. Luke taking advantage there.
Brisson is fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, I'd say she's an emotional leader of this team. The senior coming up, seeing an opportunity to smack one down in the face of the Dutch. We've seen them do that, and Brisson saying, you know what, I can do that too. 11-6 now the lead for Adrian.
And she is now the game leader in kills out of anybody on the court.
Definitely some impressive play, forcing Coach Schmidt to call a timeout, but in classic Coach Schmidt fashion, not in the huddle, letting her team talk it out. And, like we mentioned last year, you saw a lot of experience in those players stepping up, being leaders. You love seeing the same thing this year. New players need to step up into leadership roles, and I think they've done that well. And just classic coaching there from Coach Schmidt, letting her teammates take care of everything.
They're cultivating a great culture out there. And it allows them to focus on their own position and what they need to do as a position unit as opposed to a general team structure, which she is now firing them up about.
Yeah, you love seeing them split up into their groups there so they can talk about communication and what they need to do. Down in a hole here, 11-6. Adrian's developed quite a nice lead. But we've seen that before. The Dutch have come back both times, as we mentioned. Streaky play.
I think they almost, at this point, prefer starting out slow since they do it so often.
And we've got a substitution here. Chad Carlson has to leave the game, so ace man into the match. Ty Van Weeren going to take over. Let's see what kind of impact he has. Certainly more height. We'll see if that makes a difference on the game, putting those posters on the wall.
I think they might be a little higher on the wall than they would have been.
Yeah, you would expect nothing less. Now Welch with the serve. Back row. Luke. Hayskamp in the middle. Renhausen.
And that's a good start out of a timeout. Bump, set, spike.
Seems like just about every time out of the timeout, we see them set one up and they don't fool around. 1, 2, 3 point.
It'd be nice if they could do that every time.
Hayskamp serve. On the line.
Right on the line.
And that is an ace. And just like that, Ty Van Weeren doesn't have to really pay his dues right up the back, getting that ace up on the board.
And it is a little higher than the rest of them.
You know, just inches though. Expect to see more effort. Serve over, barely kept alive. Welch is going to have to send this one over. Back set to Muller off the candy cane. And point to the Bulldogs at first. Not noticed by the official. I think maybe she noticed, just made the wrong directional point.
Yeah, I think she did make the wrong point. It did go off the foul pole on that one.
She was about to catch some heat from Coach Kwan and company if they didn't make that adjustment.
And the company was a little upset about the last call about Hayes-Camp's ace on the line that he was standing right in front of, so I'm sure he would have given him a lot of beef about that.
Muller blocked, kept alive nicely by Hayes-Camp. Great block up front by Brisson and Martinez. Once again kept alive. Back row, Welch going to have to send this over with the right hand.
That was a pretty good spike.
Back row. Muller now, tip in the middle. Great play there, great recognition. Great point awareness. Send that one over the front line. Point for the Dutch, 12-9 to lead.
That was a great attempted kill by Welch based on the positioning and angle that she had to get it over the net.
Kessel, perfect so far on serve today. Surely she'll miss the next one now that I said that though. Gets the dig in the back row. Friedberg tips it up. Dion keeps it alive. Brisson to the back row.
Nice dig.
Dug out by Hayes-Camp, going wide. Mitchell, Friedberg, she moves the defender nicely to come up with the points. Jordan was in the way, but couldn't quite keep it alive. We're going to get timeout here for Coach Kwan. Momentum starting to shift in direction of the Dutch.
As we've seen the first two sets.
That lead down to just 2, 12-10 the lead. Adrian over Hope right now. But certainly seeing a shift. Good timeout there from Coach Kwan.
Most definitely. Especially when they rip off a few points like that. And we've mentioned that volleyball is a streaky sport. And Hope is definitely a streaky team.
So right now, Feldposh and Muller still sitting at 11 kills apiece, kind of been held off. But you know what? We're seeing a lot of versatility from the Dutch. They're using everybody they have, and you love to see them utilize whatever talents they do have. And right now, battling back into this third set already with a 2-0 lead in sets.
Yeah, they don't have that one stalwart that they can go to for every spike, so they've been spreading it around. Riedberg with 5, Hayes-Camp with 5, Venhausen with 5, Baker with 7. So it's more of a committee effort this time.
And always interesting when the cha-cha slide is played to see who in the crowd is trying to get involved. And you expect it maybe more from the parental crowd, and that seems to be the case today.
I think so.
Much to the dismay of the Hope volleyball players, seeing their parents dancing in the crowd. Never something they want to see. You see some smiles on their faces, really talking about it right now.
Sadly, there's only about 5 people participating in the crowd. One Adrian fan was also participating. Oh, that was interesting.
Nice play. Martinez, excuse me, keep messing up 18 and 19 today. Excuse me for that. But Martinez, quality play just to send that one with the backhand.
She jumped ready to spike it with the right hand and flipped the left hand out there just to push it over the net because she was way too far behind it with the other hand.
Hayes-Camp-esque there.
A little bit. Speaking of Hayes-Camp, another nice back shot.
And that one's just going to go wide to point to the Bulldogs. Great try there from Muller. Looks as though she's going to sneak into the back corner there at the right length to send it a bit wide.
It's always interesting when one ref calls in and the other one calls out.
And there, Hayes-Camp. Venhausen.
Beautiful set right there.
Knox Walters back on the ground. Good attempt to try and get low and stay underneath that one, but just too much on the kill. 14-11. Still the lead for Adrian.
Another iffy pass all the way into the net, and Hayes-Camp was able to pick it out.
Mitchell on serve. Martinez, nice tip again. This time the Dutch able to keep it alive. Muller going to try and go down the line this time. Sneaks it in the corner. Great placement. Great kill. After going cross court, changed it up down the line there and able to place that one perfectly.
They started getting used to cross court and were set up for it, and she put it right down the line.
Mitchell serve again. Brisson, big power there. No chance on the return. Kessel made a great effort, but that one caught some wood right before she was able to get her hand underneath
Brisson
that one.
just trying to will this team to victory. And doing well so far, up 15-12.
And now her serve to the back row. Kessel picks it out. Hayes-Camp forward. Baker. Point Dutch. Muller going to come out here in order to allow Mallory Luke into the game to serve. Serve. Nicely kept alive by Walter.
Oh.
Blocked at the net. Nice shot by Reedberg to keep it alive. Hayescamp, what a play!
Unbelievable.
Oh, never cease to be amazed by Hayescamp dropping it in. It looked like nobody was ready to help her out, and even then, she's able to just slide it in very carefully.
Another savvy veteran move.
So now the lead cut to just one. Luke serve tipping over.
And an ace.
What an ace, a power stroke. No chance on the return there for the Bulldogs.
Just like we draw it up. Hit it halfway on the ball into the net and have it trickle over.
I gotta tell you, I didn't think that one was making it over. And Luke just able to will it over, and no surprise to see Coach Juan taking a timeout as the Dutch are able to fight back, tie this one up at 15 apiece here in the third set.
First one to 10 is going to win it now.
That's right, 10 points for the match for the Dutch, or for a chance to battle back for the Bulldogs. Five aces so far on the day for the Dutch. Much easier to see now. We don't have to look into our live stats. We can just look up on the wall. And I like the way they simplify that. We should have a kills man as well and organize that on wall by players. So we can just look up there and see everything.
That's right. It's going to be tough to have a kills man, though, and Hope has 48.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to keep track of.
I don't know if I can count that high anyways.
So now Muller, after that kill down the line, does have a lead for the Dutch with 12. Feldposh just behind with 11. Brisson trying to keep things afloat for the Bulldogs with 13. Nobody else on the squad with more than 6. And that was Reed, and I don't think she's had one in a few sets now. So
I don't think she's even really played since the first set.
It's the Jordan Brisson show, and you wonder why Reed hasn't seen the floor.
It'd be like Jordan and Pippen out there. But Jordan's out there all alone right now. She's doing what she can.
So now, tie ball game here in set 3. Luke on the serve again to the back. That one's going to be out. Good court awareness there. Rachel Wabin. Anissa Bell coming into the game. She's seen limited playing time, but now getting an opportunity. Back to serve for the Bulldogs, Savannah Monette. Bulldogs back on the lead. Monette serve, finds his way over the middle. Mitchell keeps it alive. Hayescamp back set for Baker. She uses Welch very nicely there to tie this one back up at 16 apiece.
Nice play off the wall.
Monette going to sub out of the game here, giving Martinez a chance to come back in.
Thompson is also in the game for the Dutch and back to serve.
Martinez made a nice impact so far in this game.
Being rewarded with a breather.
And a nice play there. Great position, and it looked as though Mitchell able to get the pancake in there, but nobody home to keep it alive. 17-16 now lead for the Bulldogs.
Very nice shot by Welch there. She had time to set up and surveyed the court and found the opening.
Mott's now on the serve.
And it was a valiant effort by Allie Mitchell.
Serve back left. Hayescamp doing what she does best. Good dig there by Thompson, and Hayescamp read that one well.
I think she just always reads it well.
Dion now into the game for Motts. 17 apiece. Baker back to serve for the Dutch. Her serve going to be close, played by the Bulldogs. And miscommunication, great play there.
Great recovery.
By Brisson to keep it alive. Back set, Hausen blocked. And in point there for the Bulldogs. Great play up front.
That's tough. It almost looked like it had landed out, but the referee was right on top of that, so I'll have to trust her judgment.
Now Welch. Time to go into golf commentator.
Amen corner at Augusta.
Locked up front once again. Dutch think this one's over. They're going to have to come back and play this one. Hayescamp to the middle, still alive. What a volley here if the Dutch are able to come up with this point.
And they are.
And they will. Brisson with a great chance there on the left side. Off the net and just out. No tips. A point to the Dutch. What a shame there. The Bulldogs almost able to come up with a point. Their Dutch are lucky they came back and fought into that one. They gave up on that one. Now Hayescamp.
They started celebrating a little early. Lucky enough for them, they still got it.
You know, I think Coach Schmidt needs to bench him.
I think so, but you know, Lauren Hayescamp with a heads-up play.
Yeah. And that'll give the Dutch a lead. We haven't seen that much from them in this set. Now up 1. And they're looking to close this one out with the lead here, approaching the 20s.
But that's the way the last 2 sets have gone as well.
Dion. Nice and huge kill there from Jordan. That's what they like to see. Assistant coach Nick McCall there, coming in, making sure the team knows how much they appreciate their effort as they keep fighting in this third set.
He's very experienced in outside hitting himself.
Rachel Waven now. Hayskamp. Tip and back. Kept alive. Hayskamp. Fell push again. This time for a kill opportunity. This one inside the line. Cross court. Point to the Ducks. 2019 lead.
She may get denied once. She may get denied twice, maybe even 3 times, but eventually she's going to put it down.
She gets a well-deserved breather. Kessel in to serve here. Doing everything I can to jinx her. She's been perfect on serve so far.
And she stays that way despite you.
Brisson blocked at the net by Venhausen. Sent over, and this point's going to go to the Dutch.
Double hits.
Yeah, and a few of those little errors have really been kind of the turning point in some of these late moments in sets, providing easy points for the Dutch to close the win. Kessel now to the middle.
When you lose by 3 and 5 and less than 6, those are the errors that cost you the match.
And Jordan again with a big kill. She's shown up late in this set, keeping her team afloat. 21-20, still the lead for the Dutch, but now Jordan back to serve, a chance to tie this one up at 21 here for Adrian.
Those are her only 2 kills of the match so far, but they've been rather impressive.
Oh, and that one sneaks over the net just inside the line. Muller now with a chance to go cross court. Kept alive nicely by Jordan, up into the rafters. Have to play this one over is Welch from the back row.
Oh.
Miscommunication there. Hopefully everybody's okay. Let's keep it alive, but once again, not paying attention, but imagine it would have been the 4th hit as they both made contact with that one anyways. So 21-21 now. Jordan on the serve again here. Adrian with some late life here if they're able to come up with a 3rd set win.
Jordan sewing up in this 3rd set.
Back set to Muller, kept alive nicely. Welch up to the front. Brisson gonna have to send this one over. Fair ball calls the official. Hayskamp back set again for Muller. No chance there. Get out of the way. Look out below. 22-21.
Not missing that one.
Not getting in the way of that one either. I still don't know how they do it. Volleyball players that play against Haley Muller are some of the bravest humans on the planet.
It's true. Why sign up for that kind of punishment?
Now Mitchell on the serve. Welch.
She's teeing off.
Beyond in the way. Brisson, back line, sneaks that one in.
Nice spike there. Looked a little long, but ref called it on the line.
Yeah, our judgment's pretty awful. I thought that was long as well, but nonetheless kept in 22-all. Brisson now with a chance to take the lead for the Bulldogs. That set's going to go long.
That's tough.
Knocked down, nice play. Right there by Martinez, recognizing that play. Now momentum. They are fired up. The Bulldogs going back into the huddle. Plenty of fire there behind assistant coach Nick McCall there as they have a 1-point lead here. Trying to battle back down 2 sets apiece, but not out of this one. And
Coach Smith calling a timeout at the right time.
yeah, Coach Smith there with a timeout, and once again, nowhere to be found. Our players left alone to deal with their own issues. They're big girls that can handle it. 23-22 the lead here for the Bulldogs. Coach Juan instructing your team on what they need to do to stay ahead. We've seen them with late leads in both of the first 2 sets, especially the last one. The Dutch were able to come back and win by 5. So we'll see what they do here to make an adjustment.
Yeah, the Bulldogs were leading, what was it, 20-19?
And 23-22 still, though. Got that lead, and they have the serve. This one is in their hands. It's theirs to lose. And if you can win 1 set, maybe sometimes that's the momentum you need to get back in. The Dutch better be ready to play.
That's true.
If you're a fan of the Dutch, you better hope they close it off. Bulldogs are fired up right now. You don't want to give them any reason to get any more fired up. They got momentum on their side as it is.
And Jordan Brisson has been hitting well, already up to 14 kills, and Chelsea Jordan has showed up late in this match.
Crowd trying to will the Dutch to a comeback 3rd set win here. That one played closely to the line by Thompson. She's going to get a chance to set it to the back row here. Kept alive by Waven. Dion Sack for Welch. She uses the front wall nicely. Muller and Baker up. Set point here for the Bulldogs. Dutcher got a long road here, and you got a double set point here.
Gotta win these next 2 points.
Brisson serve to the back row. Mitchell alive for Hayskamp. Back set to Muller. That one blocked over. Gonna be a tricky play to get this one over. Thompson gonna knock it to the middle. Straight back over. The Dutch able to reset. Some miscommunication. Finally over for Muller. She's gonna tip it over the wall. And a nice play. She's done that a few times now in this set, recognizing that they can't get the kills every time.
It was tough because Hayskamp had to take the first pass on that one, and then when your All-American setter's out for the next hit, You got to find somebody else. And nice pass by Allie Mitchell, and great effort by Brisson on that, but just not enough.
Muller the serve over. Yeah, and over. Welch now, chance to close it off. And she does! The Bulldogs take set 3, and they're not done yet.
That almost looked like another catch and throw. But they're going to give it to her, and a little bit of elation coming from the Bulldogs after this third set.
Adrian was down, but they were not out. They battle back in set 3. Dutch still lead 2-1, but they're going to have to make an adjustment here. Last thing you want to do is let Adrian carry this momentum into the 4th set and even things up, because if you go to a 5th set, anything can happen.
That's very true.
So far, still Muller there with 14 kills now. She added one more towards the end there, tied with Brisson. Those two going back at it, but certainly Brisson has been climbing that leaderboard late in this match. The last set, the Bulldogs starting to fight back, obviously coming up with the set win. It seemed as though this one was all but over. The Dutch, even when down, were able to come back to finish off the first 2 sets. Great job by the Bulldogs to keep fighting and take the third set.
Very true, very true. Their efforts have finally paid off for them after 2 devastating sets. And they are fired up and ready to go to start off this 4th set.
Yeah, and like you said, Adrian with a 6-2 overall record. Certainly not a team you can count out. Hope at 7-4. Both teams with 1 loss in the NCAA. Whoever wins this will hold the spot in 2nd place. Nobody else with just 1 loss. Everybody else has at least 2. So this one right here for sole possession of 2nd place, unless we see an upset somewhere along the line here for Calvin, which they could have time first.
Looks like Albion is playing at Calvin tonight. Trine is at Olivet. Adrian is obviously at Hope, and Kalamazoo is at St. Mary's.
Yeah, we'll see what Albion can do at Calvin. Albion 10-3 on the season, a quality record, but then you look at league play, 1-2 so far. 2 of those losses coming in MIAA. Maybe some lack in strength of schedule in out-of-conference play. We'll see what they can do. We'll try and get you an update on the volleyball score at Calvin for Albion.
You never know about out-of-conference play. Sometimes it's very good competition, so the record looks worse than it normally would be, and sometimes it's not so great and it looks better than it normally would be.
So both teams just a few seconds away from breaking huddles and coming out and starting up. Set number 4 here.
After a little bit of research, it looks like that Calvin beat Albion in 3 straight sets today.
And no surprise there. Calvin, Hope wins the national championship last year. You forget they had to beat Calvin in the national semifinals to get there. And they didn't quite have the loss at the top that the Dutch did as far as seniors. So Calvin still with a quality team. All-American Maggie Camp with 1 more year there for Calvin. So they're going to compete once again this year, I'm sure, for a national title. Imagine what Calvin will look like with Muller in there as well.
Yikes. That's all I can say.
So now both teams out onto the court, about ready to get things underway here for set number 4. Dutch with a 2-1 lead, but Adrian with the momentum coming off that set win here in the 3rd. All close calls so far, and we love calling these type volleyball matches. Everybody's scoring at least 20 in every set, and what more can you ask for?
Not going to be able to make a prediction for this set, that's for sure.
You find it more electric Division III volleyball atmosphere. You let me know. That's how we do it here at DeVos Fieldhouse.
I think so. I'm going to have to agree.
Muller now with the dig. They're going to set it out wide. Feldhaus with a chance here. Blocked it nicely. Great job there up front.
That's no surprise. We've seen a slow start from Hope in every single set so far, so no reason for them to change up in this set.
Yeah, Nisa Bell having some limited playing time so far, but a great job there to get the block. Base camp set now. Van Housen to the middle. Great placement.
She wanted it.
Dropped it right in front of Wavin. No chance there. Just too much space in the middle of the floor there for Adrian.
Van Housen wanted it off the pass even. She knew it all the way.
Camp now in the corner. Set back. Welch tip to the middle. Van Housen in position. Camp back to Van Housen. Another point through Van Housen taking advantage of Wavin. She's back there all alone like a free safety. No chance there.
It was like Adrian Peterson running at him.
2-1 the lead here for the Dutch.
Van Housen is fired up, ready to go this fourth set.
Miscommunication there. Great job by Brisson to adjust and able to get it over the net.
Great play.
And Housen again.
Oh, she's fired up.
That's a streak. 3 in a row. 3-1 lead for the Dutch.
She wants it.
Yeah, just great fire shown right now by Van Housen, the sophomore out of Traverse City. 6'2", that height will allow you the chance to get some kills like that. Welch, nice play to keep it over. She gets some velocity on those fixer-upper swings. Under the net, Brisson, great diving effort. 4-1 the lead here for the Dutch, and they've come ready to play here in set number 4.
Very true. Wouldn't be surprised if they ripped off a couple more if a timeout was coming soon.
Nice adjustment to the golf course there.
That's right.
Welch, back row, great effort from Thompson, but not enough. Point, Bulldogs 4-2. Now the lead for the Dutch. Welch back to serve now. Let's see what kind of impact she can make here on this fourth set.
Now to 14 with our man Blaine in the fairway.
Thompson, dugout, base camp, to the middle.
Nice block.
Posh, blocked nicely in front, but kept alive just as nicely.
Oh,
Thompson, wow, what a play. We've seen her do that a few times this year. She's stepping up as a junior into that role where sometimes she needs to be a bit more versatile. She's made the most of her opportunities so far this year.
But don't let that 5'7" fool you.
Yeah. Kessel in the game to serve now. Rietberg in as well for the Dutch. Served by Kessel.
Another great serve.
Dion. Jordan kept alive. Buller, forget about it. Didn't even get to see that one hit.
Sign it up.
6-2. Get out of the way.
Put me in that scenario and just mark it down on the paper. She doesn't even need to swing.
Bulldogs get out the way. Buller's coming. 6-2 lead for the Dutch. Timeout by Coach Juan.
There's that timeout we were looking for.
Yeah, he didn't want to see this one get out of hand. Already down 2-1 in sets. You don't want to see the Dutch with how much talent they've got on their roster getting out to too big of a lead.
They are showing why they're defending a banner, though. They lose a set, and they come out ready to play the next one.
And for those of you that didn't follow their road to the championship, they didn't have any easy runs there. They came back down 2-0 in regionals and in the quarterfinals just to get an opportunity to play for a national championship. So definitely a lot of fight in this Dutch squad.
A lot of resiliency. Showing up well in this fourth set, up 6-2 early. High quality volleyball here.
See if the Dutch can keep the momentum rolling. It's always tough when you see a timeout like that. Timeouts are so huge in volleyball, just like in basketball. A game that can be streaky, huge, and just flipping momentum and trying to change the score. In a ball game, let's see how both teams adjust here coming out of the timeout.
A well-timed timeout can give a team a lot of momentum, and a poorly timed one can do the exact opposite.
Coach Kwan 6 for 6 on well-timed timeouts so far. Since they should just hand him the number, keeping the Bulldogs alive.
Hey, that's intangibles right there.
Stocking up that resume, looking for a D1 offer pretty soon, perhaps. Jordan
can't quantify that.
Can't quantify it.
You can't quantify how good well-timed timeouts are.
Yeah. Just wondering if you've noticed my pun there about quantifying.
Ah, quantify.
Yeah. Bottom now, serve.
It was so good I didn't even notice.
Blended in nicely. Vanhausen in the middle, no chance.
She's ready to go.
Think they got that play ready to go. Ace camp right there in the back, over the line, 3-point play.
Vanhausen up to 9 kills. She's got 4 out of the 7 points this set.
7-3 the lead here for the Dutch. Mitchell back to serve now.
Using a 4-iron.
Out wide. Brisson, great dig in the back row by Kessel to keep it alive. Ain't no thing for her. And a nice play there. Rietberg getting an opportunity. 8-3 the lead for the Dutch. Coach Schmidt fired up, trying to get her team to roll with this momentum.
Rietberg showing up well there. Another nice hit from her.
Now Mitchell back to serve once again. Ooh, and a nice drive. She goes with the 3. This time, back row. Jordan tried coming up with another kill, but dug out. Muller across court 6 times. Heads up front row there.
Yeah, Haley Muller gets a little more than a golf clap when she puts a spike down like that.
You know, some of the more seasoned fans that deserve those front row seats, as we see a timeout here once again by Coach Juan. They've paid their dues. They deserve those front row seats. But I tell you what, they need to watch out when Muller's going cross court, or they're going to take one in the face.
I'd watch out when Muller's going cross court, and I'm on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. We gotta grow in front of us here. So 9-3 the lead for the Dutch, and we saw Coach Juan take that timeout when they were down 4 early in the set. And not being bashful, taking a second timeout right here down 9-3. And like I said, you really just can't see the Dutch get out to too big of a lead. That's just it's a tall enough task to play even with them, let alone to try and come back already with a 6-point lead.
Most definitely. And he's got to do what he can to right the ship. And right now it is listing a lot.
Coach Juan with some quizzical looks there in the huddle with the team, trying to figure out what they need to adjust here. And it looks as though he's just kind of saying, I'm leaving this up to you guys. You got to have the fight that you did in the last set.
Yeah.
To bounce back. Then again, I have no idea what he's saying, so I could be completely wrong.
He's saying I'm out of timeouts right now, so
you better figure it out.
I can't help you out anymore.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, you guys were in it the first 2 sets and held on with some great fight in the 3rd set. Where's that team I saw in the 3rd set?
And now, back to serve once again is Mitchell for the Dutch. Things quiet down here in the gym. Mitchell serve. Liner, back row, Welch. Dion for Martinez, she's blocked. Nice play up front, Friedberg and Baker.
Great wall set up by them, and that's not what you want to see coming off your last time out if you're Coach Quan.
Yeah, quality positioning, and Dutch right back out to a 10-3 lead. JV squad ready to go warm up for the Bulldogs. That can't be too good for the confidence, but then again, you do got to get ready for the next game. 10-4 the lead.
Well, in any case, even if they do end up coming back to win this set, the 5th set's only to 15 points.
Back to serve is Walters. Muller, nice dig by Welch. In the back row, and somebody's got to get that. Eventually they do. Riedberg now with a chance. Great kill.
Great kill.
Past that 10-foot line, and she's able to send that one nicely cross court. Come up with the point. 11-4 the lead for the Dutch. And Mallory looped into serve as she usually does.
Watson had a chance at that one, but just too much.
Now a chance here, kept alive by Mitchell. Riedberg again, Welch to the back row. Motts up wide, Brisson blocked and kept in. Another huge block, the Dutch are firing on all cylinders right now.
Their block game is on point this set. They struggled early, just only getting slight deflections, but great couple blocks here.
Waiting a substitution before she can serve. Just trying to get things sorted out, and finally they do.
It's probably because the substitution rules are so confusing.
Martinez taking advantage, recognizing nobody back for the Dutch. Slams that one into the back corner. Well, if they're going to do it, they got to do it now. 12-5 lead for the Dutch. They don't want to fall too far behind if you're the Bulldogs.
Yep. This is where they got to take advantage.
Jobron serve to the back row. Luke with the dig.
Good start.
Back set. Baker with the
Just
kill.
too much. Too much.
And now Feldposh into the game. Kessel's going to come out. Thompson in for Riedberg as well, and Thompson coming in to serve. Thompson along the right side here. Sent over with the right hand, drops in nicely. Dug by Wathen, set up short by Martinez just able to recover and keep it alive. Sent over by the Bulldogs. Feldposh now. Nice dig in the back row. Jobron keeping it alive. Now Welch. And coming up with the point. Thompson just mishandled it. 13-6 now the score. Adrian on the serve.
It was slightly deflected and it was a little high, so that was a tough gig to come up with.
Anissa Bell now into the game for Adrian. Savannah Monette on the serve. Back corner, Thompson dug out. Ace camp, back set, Baker. Blocked nicely. Great point there for the Bulldogs.
Nice block and nobody in the area.
Yeah, just well placed there off the block. And
If you can place a block.
half the floor open. By well placed, I mean they hit it. 13-7.
And it landed in.
Feldposh over, dug out in the back row by Jobron. Dug out by Luke. Baker uses the defender, Welch. In the front row, point for the Dutch. Van Housen now into the game for Mitchell. We got some height. Let's see if we see some power here. See the Dutch try to return and see if they do what they've been doing. Hazekamp setting backwards in the middle for Van Housen. But first, Baker on the serve. Dug out in the back row, Motts up into the air. Welch tips it to the back. Dug off the arm, just barely misplayed. Point going to the Bulldogs.
Lauren Hazekamp came over to say hi to us. I think she smiled at you, Blaine.
Offered up the high five, turned down, per usual. 14-8 the lead for the Dutch. Motts serve. Back row dug out by Thompson. Quickly sent over, but a nice reaction there by Bell to keep it alive. Nicely used once again, Feldpotch. The Dutch just too much right now, it seems, for the Bulldogs as they have a 7-point lead.
They went away from Feldpotch in the third set, but have brought her back at a pretty high volume in this one.
Now Muller into the game, too. A lot of firepower when you look at those three right in the front.
Yeah.
That's a daunting task facing them for Adrian, but Hazekamp that set into that serve, into the net, second one of the game for her. Now Olivia Welch back to serve here. 15-9 the lead for the Dutch. Welch's serve, lobs in. Great play just to keep it alive by the Dutch.
What a recovery.
In the middle, Bell, that one's going long. And it did not look like it was tipped to me, but Adrian seems pretty certain.
Yeah, they felt fairly convinced that that one was tipped.
I'm pretty sure Bell the angle of the hand didn't look like that
it definitely was going up and out. And even if it did get tipped, I don't know if I'd give it to her just based on how high that was hit.
And now cross-court sack. Oh, a lot of power behind that one from Jobran.
Stuffed, but just out.
Yeah, that would have been impressive were the Dutch able to keep that one in. Jobran, I haven't seen that from her in a place we've never seen her before. Coming out of nowhere with the big kill.
Oh, somebody's looking for Jessica out there.
Even though that was Rachel with the serve. Van Housen, that's the one we were looking for in the middle. It made great use of that one. She comes out quickly, and Paige Baker taking her place. Not sure what roster whoever yelled that has. Now Mitchell with the serve, 17-10 the lead for the Dutch. Dug in the back row, Dion up. Knocked down again by Jobran, but not able to keep this one in off the top of the net. You know, we've seen Jobran all of a sudden a couple points here. She's smashing the ball. Haven't seen that from her yet.
Yeah, she just put on two kills, and those are her only 2 kills of the match. Last set it was Jordan. This time it's Jobran. Maybe if they put it all together, this will be a very scary team. Speaking of Jordan, there she is.
Bouncing back late in the set like she did last time, and she kept the team in the game. But right now, 18-11. Quite a deficit. It'd be impressive to see the Bulldogs come back, but hey, you can't count them out after seeing them come back to win that set 3 just before this.
That's true, even though Hope does have 21 more kills than they do.
Dug up by Kessel. Hazekamp goes to a knee. Baker uses the top of the net just like she drew it up. Mitchell, nice bump pass. Muller to the back corner. Kept alive there by Walters. Now a chance from the back row by Welch. Out wide. Rietberg uses the defender. Point. Another kill for Rietberg. 19-11 now the lead for the Dutch.
That's her 8th kill of the match.
Yeah, the freshman making the most of her playing time. Rietberg making some great plays so far. Freshman right here out of West Ottawa, 5'11".
The Dutch already got 4 players with double-figure kills. And now we got one with another ace on the resume.
Yeah, just great to see the crowd getting pumped up like that. Also with a big lead, great to see some other people get some playing time. Jamie Rogalski, the senior, into the game to serve. That one might have been out. Another ace, unbelievable. Rogalski coming in and all smiles on the bench, including Coach Schmidt. Back to back.
It's nice to see some extra play time from Mr. Van Weeren over there too.
Yep, absolutely. Quick substitution here into the game. Haley Mellon, the sophomore, getting her first playing time out of Adrian, the local product for them. And now a chance for Rogalski to go for the ace turkey. Back row this time. Looks like Adrian will return, Motts wide. Jobran.
They didn't want the turkey on him.
Rietberg, nicely placed to the middle. Jobran keeps it alive. Welch from the back row. Great power from the back row she's had all day. Hazekamp tried setting it over, but great play up front. Looked like Martinez was waiting on that one.
That's tough. I think they've seen it enough over the last 4 years that they're starting to get used to it.
I'm starting to get sick of it, probably.
Yeah, more like it.
Jobran back to serve now. That one into the net.
That's tough.
Couple aces for the Dutch and a service error for Adrian, and that's kind of the difference right now with a 10-point lead. It's plays like that that has really created a gap here in this fourth set.
It's true, and only 3 to go for the match for the Dutch, leading 22-12.
Thompson back to serve, but before that, Brisson coming.
Inspired effort by Gibran, but she's going to have to take a seat. Or I guess stand, as all the subs do in volleyball.
Not back set.
Great dig by Thompson.
Yeah, Martinez with a solid strike there. Callie Castrelza into the game now for the Dutch. Gets alive there. Baker kept in back line. What a strike for the Dutch.
That was just beautiful. Cross-court power velocity.
Gotta love seeing another senior get some playing time. Callie Castrelza, another Traverse City product. Release the walk-ons, you might say, if we offered scholarships. But this is deep.
Rudy.
That one's short, another point here, and we've got match point coming up for the Dutch.
It is nice to see Casava on the floor, though.
And they've got the Bulldogs double up here.
24-12.
Thompson now serving for the match. Putt for the win.
Oh.
That one just trickled off.
She just threw away the U.S. Open. Oh, wait, no, she didn't.
That one rimmed off the edge of the cup there.
Lipped out on 18.
No problem. She had a 12-stroke lead. 24-13.
Now that stroke leads down to 11. See if she can finish it off here.
Serve from Monette. Nice dig by Thompson. Strauza, could she get the game winner?
Yes!
She does! Senior coming in, making the final point for the Dutch. And the crowd going wild. Mr. Casalza absolutely loves getting that crowd pumped up. And great to see that from a senior. A couple seniors. Gralski getting a couple aces. Casalza getting the final point there.
Nice to see the 5'7" senior putting down the final point.
So with a final score in that fourth set, 25-13, certainly a different look than we saw in the battles in the first 3 sets. The Dutch even come out with a 3-1 win here. And what did we see from them in that fourth set that made it such a different look?
They turned it on. They really did. I think it started with Courtney Van Housen. You could see that look in her eye, and she was ready to go. And clearly, she put down 3 straight spikes to start off that set.
Yeah, definitely. Early on, it was a 2-horse race with Felposh and Muller, but now you see Van Housen step up. She had 11 kills. Baker with 12 as well. Heck, Hazekamp had 7 kills. She was sneaky today. Pretty high number to see that from a setter. So Adrian going to go home, long road trip tonight with a 3-1 loss, but a great effort. Can't be too upset with what they brought to the table this evening. So with a 3-1 win, that'll do it here. The Dutch will improve on their record. They'll be 8-4 overall, 4-1 now in MIAA play. Adrian going to fall to 2-2 in MIAA play and 6-3 overall. From the Voss Fieldhouse, I'm Blaine Wiersnicki alongside Eric Van Slow. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.